House Bill 4 is a bill simply to ensure that the post-secondary system in Kentucky is held accountable to dismantle the failed and misguided DEI bureaucracies that have made college more divided, more expensive, and less tolerant.
Last month, House Bill 4 passed in the Kentucky state government. This bill eliminates any diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at any public university in the state. Members of the Louisville drag community shared their insights on how this policy is affecting them.
In my perspective, it's meant to shock you. It's meant to kind of test the waters of art and creative expression, and constantly being tone policed by people who don't necessarily get it, especially people who I would consider as Puritans. It's just really hard, and the fact that U of L hasn't really done a lot to really take a stand against it, because drag has a rich history within Louisville, especially at U of L, it's just really disheartening to see. Myself as a drag artist, as well as other drag artists on campus, are a lot more hesitant now, because we haven't been given a clear guideline on what's allowed according to the law and what isn't, and what can hurt us as an RSO.
It's really unfortunate, though, how it's changing the campus. I think everyone is scared, especially because of the fact that the changes on our campus are happening over the summer. I feel like a lot of students don't know what next year is going to be looking like. Louisville can support the university drag community by just supporting our events, continuing to promote them, giving us space to do drag, and just showing up for us.
You know, it's a lot because there's, a safety net of the drag community, but at the same time, you don't know what's going to start happening. And there's a lot of people in the drag community with, it's a safe space, and I found a good amount of people in there, but, there's a lot of other people who have different views that affect our community. My drag persona is non-binary, and that has done a lot for my gender, but I'm scared to explore that because, in drag right now I feel safe, but outside of drag I don't. And I hope, if nothing else, I can keep exploring that in drag.
We create space for everyone, right? And everybody benefits from the work that we do. Mm-hmm. A silly example I use is when I'm going to the airport and there's this little dip in the ground that allows me to get on the sidewalk with my suitcase. I'm really happy, but it was created for people that are differently able. And so something that was created for them to have more access actually helps me too, and it helps people who have kids and things of that nature, right? So that's kind of like the nutshell of the work that we do. It's going to be really challenging as we try to navigate and still provide those supports, but knowing that things are going to be different. There's a difference when people just don't like the work that you do or don't understand it, which I'm always saying we should be more compassionate instead of trying to comprehend and understand everything. But, there's a difference when people don't like it or don't understand it and it being outlawed. Legalist never really is the definition of humanity, right? And so as we move forward, I just continue to hope that the university, shows and still supports in any way that it can.
I personally don't think UL is really doing much of anything, and I think what they need to do to take a stand is to be there for the students first and foremost. You need to be able to be prepared for change regardless of what it takes and the sacrifices that it makes. If you can't sacrifice something for the greater good, then you're not ready for change.